so sorry. I thought we were going to have to move over to Instagram for a second then, but we are still on YouTube. And today is day 2. I know that's 4, but day 2 of the 14-day guide. So if you've been waiting around for a few minutes, I am so sorry. You know what I'm talking about. If you're doing this in retrospect, all good. So today is going to be Pilates. We have a 30-minute Pilates session. What's up, Alex? You okay?
Yeah, let me go.
Oh, one sec. So today is Pilates. It's a 30-minute Pilates session. This is part of your 14-day home workout guide. Obviously, the last guide that we did was like absolutely phenomenal. It was pretty much the best feedback we've ever received on a guide. So this one's even better, if I'm totally honest. Better, as my mother would say. So here it is, right here. This is the guide that I want you to download. Our mailing list is now over 150,000 people. So we have 150,000 people with this guide. And if you haven't got it yet, you need to subscribe. So go to my website, leanwithlilly.com, scroll to the bottom, pop your email address in, and then every single Sunday, you're sent a new guide. And this week, we have 2 lives. No, we don't. This week we have 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 30-minute live. You are going to need your adjustable band. This one here. You're going to need your long bands. These ones down here, these beauties. And you're going to need some weights if you've got them. If you don't have weights, just grab water bottles, okay? I'm actually going pretty light with 1 kgs when I'm doing most core and arms, and I've got the 2 kgs as well, depending, because we don't have to go heavy with this. Or you can replace it with your long bands. So, before we get started, guys, this Friday the 27th of November is Black Friday. And this is our first ever lean sale, lean Black Friday sale. And it's up to, well, I'm actually lying, it's 51% off, not even 50% off, so up to 51% off. There are bundle deals where you can save different amounts on different bundles. Some of the bundles include all of the guides, as in my guides, the cookbook, the guide, and the bands as well. Some are just for the bands. All of that information, if you go to the community page of my YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook, it's all there. But the sale starts at 7 p.m. GMT, that's UK time. Literally chuck that into Google. It's worldwide shipping. I really don't want you missing out, because up to 50% off, that is phenomenal. And last time they sold out in 8 minutes. These ones right here, the long bands, sold out in 8 minutes, you guys. So I recommend that you be ready, okay? Things could get a little bit crazy. I'm sure you probably have, there's all the bands, a million questions about these bands. But we're going to touch on them at the end. I just want to get going now. So have the bands close by if you've already got them. We're going to be using them a lot. And this is going to burn. 30 minutes straight countdown timer. Alex, I'm sure people are probably chucking through questions, but we're just going to go with it and then answer them at the end. We also have a Q&A at the end, you guys. Okay, so 30-minute timer is started. If you have socks, no trainers, just socks, I want you to have your socks on and move your mat to the side, because we're starting off with some sliders. That's if you have a nice slidey surface. If you don't, you just hover. It's absolutely fine. So we're starting off with a nice slider backwards. You're going to be standing through your right leg. Slight bend through that knee. You're going to slide the leg back. If you're on a carpet, just hover it and then back again. Trying to keep this knee as still as possible. So we slide back and we come forward, and you keep that core really, really tight. The music will be starting in a second, guys. Shoulders open, core tight, and breathe, okay? We're just trying to focus here. So we're going with 8 more of those, and back. 7, 6.
I'm thinking you were made for me. It's my birthday, yeah, 'cause I gotta say you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped in nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
Amazing. So we're now going to come out to the side.
This is all my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it.
4 more. the leg, okay? If you have this adjustable band on, you will know how brutal this is. If you have one of them plastic rubber bands, you're not going to feel this, but this band is fire. Go wider. Go wider. Now see at home and push. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, and 1. Woo! Into our back planks, guys. work, you guys. Keep pushing. Hold wide, up, let's go. 20, 90, 80, 70, 60. 10. 4, 3, 2, down, hold. 9, 8, wider, 7, 6, 5, wider, 4, 3, 2, now pull up, let's go. 20, 19, 18, then we're done with this. 12, higher. Hips higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Grab a hold of your light weights, okay? Have them right next to your hands. This is going to start to get nastier and nastier as we go along. You want those fingertips facing forward. You can come up into a half back plank or a full back plank. Super advanced, you're here. You shift your body weight over to the chest, raise and lower, okay? If you're a beginner, hold your core nice and tight as you roll back. Going in 4, in 3, in 2, let's go. Good work. Beginners, follow me. Go ahead. Good work, you guys. Come on, really push to me. Feel that burn. Good, 8 left. 7 left. 6. Breathe, you guys, breathe. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good work. Come down for a moment, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good work. Okay, next up is another back plank. This time with the leg lift and lower. Drop down onto the forearm. Dig those heels in. And lift. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Nice and high. Squeeze that booty. Good work, guys. If you need to, you're here, okay? In 4, in 3, in 2, try and lift. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Good work. Focus, you guys. Breathe. Keep going. Otherwise, you are holding here. Lower. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Amazing work. How are you guys feeling? Oh, I'll have the protein at the end. Oh, no. I cannot have pre-workout with Pilates. I'm having, because I had it earlier. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to talk to you. We're having the protein straight after. Oh my gosh, okay. So, flattening down, you guys. We're going to come on up into a bridge now, and we're going with some heel raises. To make this harder, what I want you to do is hold your arms up, okay? As you go onto your toes, you're going to drive down and back up into a chest press, okay? Breathing in 4, in 3, in 2, let's go. Up. Alex. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me. I already made the protein. It's literally just on the side. So I don't need it right now. I'll have it at the end. Breathing. Good. 8. 7. 6. 5. Good back, you guys. 4. We're just gonna go with 16 of these. That's 4, 5, 6.
Don't know what we're gonna be after.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the spine down, you guys. I have moved so far up the mat there. I don't know what just happened. Okay, how you feeling? I don't feel too bad at the moment. I don't know about you, but that doesn't feel too bad. So we're gonna go into some abs now, okay? So I want you to place the adjustable band around your feet, but loosen it off a bit, okay? So it's gonna come just around the feet. That's how tight I've got it here. We're starting off with our bicycles. As we push the leg out, we're gonna rotate. If you wanna make that even harder, hold the weights in your hands, okay? 3, 2, let's go. Beginners. That's where you are, beginners, okay? Don't give up, you guys. Keep pushing. 16, 50.
I know that we can save it.
8.
'Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. When your life is doesn't matter, we sort of
3, 2,
even if we go out.
and down. Good work. Okay, we're sticking with core. Move the back just above the knees. Amazing work, guys. You're killing it. Just above the knees. Alrighty. One round each hand. We reach. As we straighten, we push the legs apart. Reach. Straighten. Let's go. Beginners, you're here.
Falling down, fading.
Good work, you guys.
I know we can save it. 'Cause we're like Alpha and Omega.
11.
If we go up, pick us
10.
down. Work it out. 'Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go up, pick us down. Work it out.
Feel that. 4, 3, 2, and hold. 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 Good work, you guys. Hold 4, hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Keep that band where it is. We are staying with our core. Next up is a set of dead bugs, okay? So keeping that core really nice and tight, imprint the spine, come on up into double leg tabletop. Both legs are up at 90 degrees. Bring the arms up. As you drop back one leg, the opposite arm drops back. Head down of the next saw. In 4, in 3, core tight, in 2. Let's go.
Lost on endless, sees the emptiness that I'm falling, just like a flood. You broke the coldness somehow, and lit up a flame. Ooh, start feeling hopeless, scream loud.
Okay, same thing. Now you tap down. Up. Tap. Up. Long band, which is your black one. Okay? So you're going to pop it around your feet. If you don't have a band, hold weights. Okay? We're going to start off with rowing. You just hold weights in both hands. Come back to where you feel your biting point kicking in, where you really feel that core. Lift the legs up, okay? You may have weights in your hand, you may have the long band. Straighten and in. Let's go. Feel that. hold, hold, hold. Pop that back behind you. Wasting your hands if you don't have one. So straighten, crunch, straighten, crunch. Good work. Beginners, hands behind you, okay? Come on, you guys. You see, this section is gonna hurt. 12, 11, 10. 4. I want you to grab, if you've got it, your purple rose long band. If you're feeling up for a challenge, okay? We're gonna be doing some punching work plus core right now. So it's coming just behind your back, like so, okay? Go with the black or the aqua if you want to, guys, and then you're gonna feed it through your thumbs, okay? If you wanna make it even harder, grab the weights as well. If you don't have a band, just grab those weights. Hold there, pull that core in nice and tight. We're going to be punching 2 to the right, 2 to the left, okay? In 4, in 3, in 2, let's go. Good. Beginners, you're up here, okay? You don't even need a weight. It's up to you guys, but do not stop, all right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, speed punches. Let's go. 20, 19, 18, 12, 8, 6, and 5. You'll hate me. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Keep that back close tight. Get back into your black band. Coming behind you, okay? You're back in that black band. You are now taking the purple rose behind you and feeding through like you just did, okay? We have a double whammy. Alright, roll back to where you really feel that core kicking in. If you can, lift those legs up. This is gonna hurt. Okay, try and straighten them and then bend. So bend, straighten. Bend. In a second we'll be using the arms as well. Just getting used to this, okay? 4, 3, 2, hold them straight, punch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, now 4 and out. 4, 3, 2, punch. And 4. Hold them straight. We'll do 8 rounds, that's 3. That's 4. Don't give up, Lily. That's 5. Punch. That's 6. Come on, Lily Zachary. Do not stop. 4, 3, 2, that's 7. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 8, 7. Finish up. That was absolutely horrible. I feel trapped. Okay, bands come off. We are now going into side work series. You're going to need your adjustable again. Okay, there you go. That was a nice new exercise that you probably didn't think were coming. Alex, those long hands are so brutal. circles. Let's go. Good. We're going to do 8 in each direction. That's 7.
I'm too tired of the drama. You use your words like they are knives.
Okay, change direction. Let's go.
I don't need that type of drama. And trying to be tough all the daytime.
4, 3, 2. Now hold it full up. 9, 8, 7, 6. Do not let it touch the floor. Lift it higher. 4, 3, higher. And 1. Okay, that should be pretty much cramping, you guys. So we're going to change on to the other side now. Swing those legs around. You want to pop that band on just above the knees if it's not already. There we go. Okay. Climbing to start off with on your side. Ankles in line with your butt. Lying all the way down if you can. Legs up, okay? Find that beat. Let's go. Open, close.
Try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm
Really push, guys. Come on, really push. 4 left.
Don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will find. No, there ain't nothing
Good. Underneath leg down. Upper leg straight and flexible foot. Hold strong. And up. 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 Breathe, you guys. Amazing work. Come on, let's see this through to the end. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it out of the mat. Move it as far forward as you can. Let's go. Up. 5, 6, 7. Now hold. 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 I know it well. Circles. Let's go. 1, 3, 4. Reverse. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Further forward. 6, 5. Higher. 4.
Just thought I'd call you, wish you could know.
Oh my gosh, my butt is actually numb, you guys. Turning onto your back for me. We're just gonna hook the left ankle over the right knee. Hello, Teddy. Teddy. Very tired, aren't you? She's just hooking, guys, and then pulling for me. So that should have been one of those workouts where it started off okay, and then it just gradually out of nowhere absolutely burned. And I have to say, you guys, oh my gosh, my poor body at the moment. I've been hurting my body recently, but it's fine, it's in a good way. It's like muscular pain rather than overall fatigue, if you know what I mean. It's just where I've been pushing it. So hugging in tight.
Q&A now, right?
Yeah, we've got a Q&A now, and then changing sides. Guys, I'm so proud of you. That was very short but sweet, and I hope you are really, really, really feeling the burn. We do have a nutrition Q&A now. You sent in your messages yesterday to Instagram. We have myself and also Alan Kenny, who is from Optimum Nutrition. Most of you have met him before. He's like our most regular guest on here just because he is absolutely amazing. So he is a nutritionist. He is so knowledgeable, but in a really easy way to understand, if you know what I mean. So we've got, I think it's 8 questions that we're going to be running through. I'll be giving you my answer, but also from a professional point of view, Optimum Nutrition's Alan Kenny is going to be answering those questions. I'm actually going to have my protein now to recover because my body, Alex, oh my gosh, we've both been training quite hard, but it feels great. Okay, I'm going to put my phone on so I can know what you guys are saying, and if you have any questions about the bands, we're going to run through them as well, because you only have 3 days now, you guys. 3 days until the Black Friday sale, and I know probably the biggest question is like, do you have more stock than last time? Because obviously we sold out so quickly last time, but we'll touch all of that after. Yeah, Tira, should we get started? What was Alan's first question? I know you have it.
So Alan's first question was, are bread and pasta unhealthy foods, and can I eat it if I'm training regularly?
I know what I want to say to this. Okay, I'll let Alan go first.
Question asks if bread and pasta are unhealthy foods or if they can be consumed if somebody is training regularly. So in short, bread and pasta aren't unhealthy foods. I'd be of the opinion that it's not so much about individual or singular unhealthy or healthy foods. It's more about the totality of somebody's diet. So it's not necessarily bad foods, it's just kind of bad timing or bad scenarios that people may have certain foods. So bread and pasta can be part of a perfectly healthy diet. They're an excellent carbohydrate source, so particularly when we're looking to fuel exercise, fuel higher intensity activities, they're really good sources of carbohydrates. There's lots of variety within both foods. Whole grain versions in particular are going to provide a great source of fibre in the diet. Lots of other vitamins and minerals contained in both breads and pastas. So yeah, people can enjoy bread and pasta as part of their diet once it fits into the overall program. And I would go back to the point of not necessarily worrying about individual foods, just constantly try and think more about the overall broader picture of everything that you're consuming.
Okay, sorry, I can hear Alan. We have a slight delay, so I can still hear Alan talking. So I was like, oh, it's obviously not me. So I'm just gonna literally give you exactly like how I feel about this. I am a walking carbohydrate, especially pasta. I have an obsession with pasta, Alex. I really do. Like both of us do now because of me, but Alex was noodles before, now he's noodles and pasta, but we eat so much pasta. I do try and, well, I'd say 9 times out of 10 I eat whole grain. I actually prefer the taste. The only annoying thing about it is it takes longer to cook, but it's hardly long. So yeah, please don't think like it's such a myth that you need to avoid carbs. Like it's just so not true. Carbs like are very dear to my heart. I absolutely love carbs, and I eat bread every day and I eat pasta probably 4 times a week. 3 or 4 times a week, yeah. So that's my answer. Okay, what was next?
Question 2. To lose body fat, should I eat before or after training?
Okay, I'll let Alan start that one off.
This question asks, to lose body fat, should I eat before training or after training? And as you'll see from the other answers, we will always talk about when we want to lose body fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit, so that's the most important thing. But in regards to training, I would actually encourage or speak about the importance of both windows, so the pre-training window and the post-training window. And I'd ideally encourage people to eat in both windows if possible. Before training, then the goal of eating or ingesting food then is to really like fuel up for that session, to ensure that our body has enough fuel in it to get us through that session, whatever it may be. The focus generally beforehand is going to be on carbohydrates. That can be more complex carbs or slower releasing carbs, maybe 3 or 4 hours before the session. As that session draws closer, we would move to more simple carbohydrates, things like fruits that have some sugars in them that will be digested quite easily and quickly. Smaller meals closer the session comes. And then after training or after your activity, whatever it may be, then the focus is really on recovery, and that is a whole different set of parameters. So what we want to encourage then is fueling the muscles to recover optimally, replenishing glycogen stores, ensuring that we're getting protein into that post-training window to kickstart our recovery. So both windows are really important. They do different things. It's not necessarily pick one or the other. They're both really important. So I'd encourage you to eat in both windows if possible.
Guys, I've also just remembered, you have a finisher, by the way. That was not it for today. So make sure you do the finisher. We'll put it on the screen at some point for you, but it's also in the playlist section of every single day on YouTube. We have a playlist. So this one is the 14-day home workout guide. So yeah, Alan is just so good at covering it all. I don't feel like I really have to add anything to that, other than for me right now, from a recovery point of view, this is what I have. You already know, I have been using Optimum Nutrition, I think it's 4 years. It's 3 or 4 years. No, it's 4. I'm pretty certain it's 4 years. I love their products. As you already know, obsessed with them. I do have pre-workout. That's why when Alex was trying to give me the pre-workout, I was like, no, I do not have pre-workout before Pilates. That's pretty much the only session that I don't have pre-workout before. But whenever I'm doing my crazy HIIT sessions, as you know, I am pumped. That is because of the pre-workout. And then I have the protein afterwards. So yeah, recovery. I genuinely eat when I'm hungry. You guys know I am an intuitive eater. I love being an intuitive eater. I love the fact that it kind of gives me freedom with food to make the decisions I want to without restriction. But yeah, I've got so many vlogs on that, so I'm hoping you'll be able to find the info you want for that and just enjoy it. Food is your best friend. Like, it's my best friend. I love food, and food is fuel. So never ever think it's not. It's absolutely fundamental, and enjoy it. So yeah, what was the next one?
Question 3. How do you know if you're eating enough without tracking calories?
I guess that kind of combines with what I just said about intuitive eating. Okay, let's go to Alan.
Good question here, and it asks, how do you know if you're eating enough without tracking calories? So particularly in relation to exercise, when we're focused on maintenance and not looking necessarily to go up weight and down weight, and we're in a good place and we're training, and we're kind of just eating intuitively and not tracking calories, we just have to listen to the signals our body tells us. And essentially things to watch out for is, like, we should generally feel like we have good energy day to day, but particularly when it comes to your training sessions, you should feel like you have got energy to do your training, to do everything that's required in that session, and push yourself, but also feel that your body recovers and responds well to that session. Shouldn't feel like we take longer than usual to recover, and we should ideally be sleeping well, be doing all of these things, and have no obvious red flags. And it's good to always check in with your body, check in how you feel week to week, and stay on top of your training that way. It's a good way of checking in and seeing if everything is fitting in. We should feel like we're not going up or down on the scales. We should feel like your clothes aren't going up and down. Things should kind of feel somewhat normal and feel kind of good, not going through periods of feeling really hungry, not going through periods of being really stuffed, and just kind of managing it that way. So there's lots of different ways that you can keep an eye on things without necessarily physically tracking.
Alan is just answering all of these so well, so I'm like, and I think it's probably because we've been doing these together for such a long time. But yeah, intuitive eating and listening to the cues that your body gives you. And I guess for me, I think part of it is being a physiotherapist. Like, I'm very in tune with my body, what it needs, when it needs rest. Doesn't mean I always listen to it. And that's exactly the same for you guys. Like, we all need to learn to listen to our body. Our body is like the most intelligent machine on the planet, and it is going to tell you what it needs. It's going to tell you when it needs food. It's going to tell you when it needs water. It's going to tell you when it needs rest. And that is so, so big for intuitive eating. It's listening to what your body needs and honouring that. So yeah, that kind of covers that one. What was the next question?
Question 4. How do you choose supplements that are safe to use?
Yes, this is interesting actually, because it took me a long time to learn what my body needed from a supplementation point of view. So I'll share that story after.
This question asks how to choose supplements that are safe to use. So a really interesting question. Firstly, I would always recommend seeking out the help of a professional to start out. So somebody with the qualifications or credentials to provide nutrition advice. So that might be a dietitian or perhaps a performance nutritionist. And then secondly, in terms of actually choosing brands, there's a lot of stuff you can do, and you can do your own research. But looking at a history of a brand is a good starting point, and how transparent they are with their kind of systems, processes, materials, ingredients, and all of that. And obviously at Optimum Nutrition, that's something we're really proud of in terms of our history, in terms of being in the business such a long time and always kind of being at the forefront. But another thing you can do is look, particularly something that we're proud of is all of our products we'll have an informed choice label on pack, and that means that our plants and processes and manufacturing areas have all been assessed by a third party independent assessor to meet international standards essentially. So it just means that you can trust then in the products that there's nothing that's not meant to be in there. John, particularly for athletes, informed sport is another level of accreditation whereby specific batches of product have actually been independently tested, and you can get a certificate then around that batch to prove that there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. So you can be you can be safe and relaxed in the knowledge that you're taking a product that's met all of these industry standards along the way, and you can trace it right back to where it was made and where the raw materials that go into it as well were provided from. So that's another way to kind of really be able to trust the brand. So they're good starting points as well.
I'm also reading your comments and questions. So everyone's complaining about how much their butt is on fire and how quickly that went. That was 30 minutes, guys. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, I love the Sidework series. Someone was also saying, is that for your glute med? It's mainly glute med, the Sidework series. The stuff in the bridge is for your big butt muscle, your glute max. But to be honest, I say it's for that. It doesn't, however, completely isolate. When you're in certain positions, you use a combination of muscles, but one is working more than the other. So in the Sidework series, the stuff where you're lying on your side, your clams, etc., that is mainly the glute med. So we are working on sculpting the butt. So what do I take? I'm guessing a lot of you want to know that. And someone also said, can you use a protein shake as a meal replacement? I don't like that idea at all. I really don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of having liquid as a meal. Obviously, like, I do like soup and I do love my smoothies, don't I, Alex? But if I'm having like a smoothie in the morning, I do have every morning, I'll load it up with a lot of other stuff, and I'll have normally like avocado and toast with it. But bear in mind, I work out a lot, so I have to have a lot of calories. My body craves that. But for example, if I was having it, I'd have a scoop of vanilla protein, normally the plant-based vanilla protein or their whey, or the Optimum Nutrition whey, and then I'll have a banana, a frozen banana, half water, half oat milk, or all oat milk, some frozen berries, some flax seeds. That's already ground flax seeds and chia seeds. But I mix it up. I mix up like the different kind of seasonings, toppings I have. So yeah, what else do I have? So I have my protein pretty much every day. Yeah, maybe 5 days a week. Every day I'm training for sure, because I don't eat meat, so I need the extra protein from Optimum. Yeah, I have creatine. I actually put that in my smoothies now. Yeah. But you should, when you're having creatine, it will say it on the tub, obviously, but it's recommended to have a lot of water when you have creatine. But I mix the creatine in the smoothies and then I drink loads of water anyway. BCAAs I'm not as frequent with, but I'm trying to be better, because it will really, really help from a results point of view and recovery. And then honestly, pre-workout. Pre-workout is like probably 4 times a week.
Yeah, you do that all the time.
Yeah, so do you though.
Yeah.
Alex is obsessed now. And it just, honestly, it gives me such a good workout. Like such a good workout. Okay, what was the next question? We're nearly done.
Question 5. Do I need to cut carbs to lose weight?
Am I still here? Oh. I've got a strong opinion on this. No! Okay, over to the professional Alan.
I think I answered this one on a previous video, but I'll answer it again because it does come up a lot. And the question here was, do you need to cut carbs to lose weight? And the answer is a resounding no. You do not need to cut carbs to lose weight. To lose weight, you need to create a calorie deficit. Cutting carbs is one method of creating a calorie deficit that has grown in popularity, and some people will have success that way, but it's not necessarily cutting the carbs which makes them lose weight. It's creating a calorie deficit which makes them lose weight, and there's many different ways to create a calorie deficit. So reducing carbohydrate intake may be suitable for one person, may not be as suitable for another person. There's different scenarios. It depends on somebody's activity level. So I wouldn't have a blanket approach at all of saying like, yes, do this, don't do that. But generally speaking, the answer is no. You don't need to cut carbs to lose weight. It's just one method of creating a calorie deficit. There's different scenarios. It depends on somebody's activity level.
Yep. Okay, I'm just going to quickly jump in here now. So a lot of people are chatting about how many calories for other people in the chat. Guys, I'm just going to stop this right now. We cannot tell other people, unless you are a registered dietitian or sports nutritionist or anything like that, you shouldn't be given advice on how many calories other people should be eating. And I know it's very unusual for me to get like quite serious like this, but please, it's not our position to. We should not be telling other people how many calories to have, and that I stand very strong on that, okay? You are not qualified. I don't know. I'm guessing most people in this group right now aren't dietitians or nutritionists. So please don't think that what you're reading on the internet is always right when you're getting advice from other people, okay? It's so important that if you are counting calories, you're seeking advice from a professional, okay? Moving on from that, my opinion and the way that I work, as you know, is I do not count calories. I don't like the thought of counting calories for me, but everyone is different, and I would never ever tell anyone what to do. And please try and abide, sounds horrible, but stick to that ethos yourself as well. Like, it's not our position to be telling anyone how many calories they should or shouldn't be eating unless we are a professional in that field. Alex, did I just get very serious? Yeah. I just worry, I really worry, like I don't want 15-year-olds asking people on the internet how many calories they should be eating, okay? So please, from the bottom of my heart, just be careful. Okay. So that was carbs, basically. Again, that was about carbs, wasn't it? Yeah. I bloody love carbs. I love carbs. If I could, I need to get a t-shirt that says I love carbs, or I am a walking carb. And I've achieved results eating carbs, so please don't believe those horrible old myths that are out there, because they are just not true. Noodles.
Yeah, noodles.
Oh my god, and three slices of toast. I was so hungry. Basically, I don't know if any of you are still hanging around. I didn't feel very well yesterday because I'm so nervous about Friday, you guys. I am so nervous about Friday, but excited at the same time. So then I got a bit of a poorly tummy, because whenever I'm anxious, my stomach goes crazy, doesn't it, Alex? I get like butterflies, and then I couldn't properly eat, like, because I was feeling nervous. And then it hit midnight, and you got a text message, didn't you? I was in bed, and I was like, can I put in my order? So I ordered noodles from Alex, who cooked them downstairs. Noodles and 1 slice of toast, and then he came up and I'd finished, and I was like, 2 more slices of toast, please. So there you go. All right, what was the next question?
Question 6. I'm unsure about pre-workout supplements. What are the pros and cons?
Sorry, I just read something so...
What?
Lola, I want to reincarnate into a tortellini. Okay, over to Alan.
This question was asked by somebody who is unsure about pre-workouts or pre-workout supplements, and wondering about the pros and cons of taking a pre-workout supplement. So for anybody that's unfamiliar with them, essentially pre-workout supplements are formulas that are designed to be taken before your workout, so about 45 to 60 minutes before your workout, to acutely enhance performance. So, to prepare your body better, to give you an extra few percent during that training session or whatever that session may be. So yeah, they can be a really useful tool in terms of your own supplementation program. The pros are going to be that they can give you that extra edge, give you a bit of a boost before you go into training. Typical ingredients in a pre-workout are going to be caffeine, which is going to help improve alertness and focus, so it can give somebody a bit of a lift, particularly if somebody is perhaps tired or something like that. Typically things like beta-alanine, which can act as a lactate buffer, creatine, which can help fuel high intensity repeated bouts of exercise. They're all common ingredients in a pre-workout formula. And then there can also be some other ingredients that can help with blood flow as well, so getting blood flow to working muscles. Cons in terms of pre-workout formulas, typically a concern with taking pre-workout is, people may become a little bit dependent on pre-workout. So I've heard of people like skipping training sessions because they're out of pre-workout, so you can kind of become a little bit dependent on it that way. Even mentally, you can build up a little bit of a caffeine tolerance, so that the impact of it can lessen over time. If somebody is taking lots of caffeine in the evening time, it can have a knock-on effect on their sleep then that night, which can also be a negative thing. And also potentially it's something then that can kind of mask maybe some of the other signs of maybe overtraining or pushing yourself a little bit too much. So pre-workouts are an excellent kind of tool, can be really, really helpful, really, really beneficial, but it's just about knowing your own body, knowing your own, knowing your likes and dislikes, and then weighing it up whether you think it will make a good addition to your own supplementation program. But definitely can give you a really great boost, something I use regularly, but I won't use it for every single training session. I might keep it for more important training sessions, or if I'm looking to try get a PB or push myself a little bit more on a certain session, so you can use it that way as well.
There are a lot of extra questions here, so I'm going to try and answer as many as I can after. You're kind of just having your own conversation, which is great. But last question on nutrition, then I'm going to move on to the questions about the bands ahead of Friday, because I know you're all incredibly eager to get ready and find out about that and just basically not miss out. So what was the last question, Tizza?
We have 2 questions to choose from. First question, comparing protein supplements comparing protein supplements to protein-based foods.
Okay, so comparing protein supplementation or food,
or when should I eat after training, and what should I really need to organise these questions.
Okay, let's go with the last one. Go. Let's go.
What about this?
This question then asks, when should I eat after training and what should I eat? So obviously that's a little bit broad, so there are some individual factors that will influence the amount of food one needs after training, and particularly the type of training is also going to impact things. So if it's somebody that's just exercising and doing their general activities, or maybe it's a resistance training session, generally we want to eat pretty soon after training. So within that first 60 minutes is a good window of opportunity to take on some nutrients, which will be absorbed quite quickly and get our body into recovery mode post-training. So if we've done resistance training and we've damaged and caused some stress on our muscles, protein is going to be a key nutrient that we want to focus on post-training. So typically we'll always recommend something like 20 to 40 grams of protein post-training. Liquid is going to be easily digested, so that's where protein supplements like a whey protein shake would be really key. Easily digested and something that we can do is not quite fast acting and easy. Obviously real food is another option there. Things like Greek yogurt, even milk and flavoured milk are also great options in that post-training window there. If it's more team sports or endurance events or something like that, or somebody's training for a half marathon or anything like that, or activities that can be a little bit more glycogen dependent, higher intensity, longer duration, then we also want to focus on replenishing those glycogen stores. So carbohydrate based foods are also going to be a key part of our recovery strategy. And typically post training we want to get carbs that are quickly and easily digested. So simple carbohydrates, things like sugar, fruit, glucose, they're all really good things to take on post training. Like sports drinks can be a good thing, fruit juices, they're all good options there as well. And that can be combined with the protein as well, so you can kind of get the two things done in one. Fluids are also really important depending on our individual sweat loss as well. So if it's hot or humid conditions and we sweat a lot, we want to replenish those that liquid in terms of water, but also we might potentially look at some electrolytes, like some electrolytes like sodium, and that will help replenish those salts. Typically we want to do it fairly quick after training if possible, so our body starts recovering and gets us prepared for our next session.
Okay, you guys, that is the nutrition Q&A over. I'm just going to wrap it up like I always do pretty much after Alan. Thank you so much, Alan. I don't know if you'll be watching this back, but he is phenomenal. He's so knowledgeable, and in my opinion kind of makes it like bite-sized chunks that I can understand. As you guys know, I'm a chartered physiotherapist. I'm not a nutritionist, but I can talk from my experience and the love, like the pure love I have of food. And I just want to tell you guys, food is fuel. It should be one of your best friends, and I really hope if you're not in that mindset right now of having that beautiful relationship with food, that you can get there one day and that I can help you with it. Because for me, it's all about spreading that positivity around food. I never want you to have to second guess or think about, should I be eating this or not? Food is fantastic, and it is fuel, and it's just so blooming tasty. So yeah, you do have my cookbook. My cookbook's actually going to be going on sale in the Black Friday sale. That is 50% off, so that's an absolute steal. And I think there's around 40 recipes in there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a lot, and that's some of my absolute favourites. It's kind of what I eat pretty much every week, because I recycle the recipes that I have. Also Alex's favourites. Is this the cookbook here?
No, that's
I don't know what I'm pointing to. Oh, that's the Black Friday sale. So yeah, we're going to go through that now. We're going to go through Black Friday just because I want you guys to be ready, basically. This is the sweep right here. There we go, and we obviously have the long bands as well. So I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to get you guys ready for this Friday because honestly, I don't know, but I think my best advice is that you're fast. Because last time, these sold out in 8 minutes, this sold out in under an hour, and this sold out in an hour. And these sold out in 24 hours. So I'm just getting you ready, okay? I'm just basically getting you ready. So should we answer some of those questions, Tira? Should I get them up on here? So basically all of the prices will be, because I'm not gonna just run through it now because there are so many, but you can buy the bands individually. These long bands come in a set of 3. Every single other band comes in its own bag, and then obviously the set of 3 comes in this bag. They have their quotes on it. The best product you'll ever work on is yourself. I love that one. And also, the moment you're ready to quit is the moment a miracle is about to happen. So these obviously come in their little bags. They have individual discounts on them, but then there's also 8 bundles available, and the bundles can include either the bands or the bands in the cookbook, the bands and the guides. Oh my gosh, I could not get my words out there. A lot of questions that have come through are like, if you're buying, for example, bundle number 1, which is a hip band and an adjustable band, can you choose which one? And yes, you absolutely can. You can mix match in whatever way you want to. They're the 4 options. Okay, let's chat through some of these questions and see what's happening. Okay, this has come up a lot. Do the lean long bands eventually stretch out? I've been using them for over 6 months now, and no, they haven't stretched at all. They're the same material as this, so they're incredibly durable. I have this isn't my original. My original aqua band is actually downstairs. Remember we found it, Alex, and that's a 1.5 years old. 1.5 years, and it's still exactly the same in terms of stretch as it was before. The only thing that's slightly changed, very slightly, is the colour, because it's been in the sunlight, so obviously I work outside a lot. Okay, any questions you can see, Tira?
I smacked myself in my face with my old long band in the core exercise.
Oh no, are you okay?
I'll be buying yours in the Black Friday sale.
Oh, yay! So the long bands, yeah, these, as I said, they sold out in 8 minutes last time. We were really overwhelmed with how well they sold and how much you guys loved them. And I haven't been going crazy on the amount of content that I've been doing with them on YouTube, purely because I didn't want to feel unfair to everyone, because so many of you missed out. So I'm going to be doing a lot more with these on YouTube, on Instagram, on the app, after this Black Friday sale, once you all manage to hopefully get your hands on them. I'm just going to keep reading. Please type in any of your questions about Black Friday. Do you have bundles for the long and the hit? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I believe not just the long bands and the hit together, but there are other bundles, which is like the long, the adjustable, and the hit. But all of those bundles, let me type them in for you now. Here you go. These are all of the bundles and the prices, and these are going to be at the bottom of this, in the description box of this workout and every single workout, but also you can find it on the community page. That's the best way of finding it. Okay, I'm just typing it in now. I recommend you guys screenshot this. Oh, I can't, it's way too long. I can't do that many characters, I'm sorry guys. So I'll put it, Alex, would you mind putting it in the description box of this?
What am I putting in?
So I'll send it to you right now. So guys, the website is leanwithlilly.com. So LEANWITH, there you go, Alex. with Lilly, Lilly.com. There you go. All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Can you do a bundle of all your bands? I've got it already. I feel like I need another phone. Tira, have you got your other phone and then I can go through the bundles with them? That's probably easier. So I just sent you a WhatsApp. So there is a bundle. It's the Full Works bundle and it's absolutely all, thank you, of the... Is this the one I just sent it to, Bubba?
No, so
Okay.
I'm trying to...
So I'll tell you the prices now. I'm sorry, this is a little bit all over the place, guys. We're trying to do a million things. Okay, so that phone sent to Alex. So I can read your questions at the same time. That is going through. Okay, right. The bundle for everything is bundle number 7. So the adjustable in aqua, the adjustable in black, the hit in purple rose extra strong, the hit in black strong, and the set of long bands is 30% off for £69.30. So yeah, that's 30% off, so that's an absolute huge saving. All right, what else? Oh my gosh, so many questions. If I get the bundle, is it the same colour? You can choose the colours you want. So with all of the bundles that it's applicable for, you can mix and match the colours. So say for example, it's 2 adjustables and, two adjustables and a hip. You can choose which hip band you want. You can mix and match the colours. How long will the shipping take? So if you look at our website, leanwithlilly.com, just go to shipping, all of the details on shipping are there. So we get a lot of questions about that, so we've made it as easy as possible. You guys won't regret it, get them all, that's Claudia. Claudia's got all of the bands now, haven't you? I've seen your story, she's got the full sweep. Do you ship to Australia? Yes, we do, worldwide shipping, you guys. Oh my gosh, so many questions. Are they in stock to dispatch straight away? So this is a pre-order, but they will be dispatched shortly after. So they're being dispatched in December. The exact date we're going to let you know ASAP, but basically they're dispatched shortly after in December. So yeah, it's a lot of people have been saying, oh, if it's a pre-order, does that mean that there's enough for everyone? Unfortunately, so the way that it works, and you know I'm always completely honest with you, to manufacture the bulk amount that we're manufacturing, which is a lot, it takes about 2 months, maybe 3 months. It takes a long time, you guys, and then to get it shipped over is even longer. So when we say pre-order, it doesn't mean we can be like, oh, we had this amount of orders, now we can place that order and then it'll be ready in a week. That's not the case. To actually manufacture the bands takes months upon months. So even though it's a pre-order, they will be sent shortly after in December. We still have a limited amount of stock, and people are often like, why don't you order more? I'm going to be honest, like, the business is Alex and I. We don't have any investors. The first time that we did this, I used my savings, and we've kind of continued to grow as our audience has grown, which has been phenomenal. Without you guys, like, literally this would not have been possible, and it still doesn't feel real at all. But with that said, obviously we don't have like some millionaire investor who's like, here, have this money and we'll buy this amount of bands for you. Like, it's just not physically possible. It is Alex and I, and we have a few people helping out now. So we're a small business. So thank you so much for supporting us. You have no idea how much it means, honestly. You really don't. Okay, is there any other questions? I'm just quickly grabbing a tissue. Guys, if you have any other questions, chuck them through now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords.
Okay. Sorry guys, basically I have been so excited and working like crazy for this Black Friday launch that I haven't been sleeping that well. I know Karis is in this chat, I think, so she knows. I've just been like working my backside off. So when I'm really tired, my eyes get really runny. I think I've told you that before. Yeah, so the adjustable bands are exactly the same. They're just 2 different colours depending on which colour you want, or porque no los dos. why not get both? 2 different colours. And we did that basically to match different outfits because you know how much I love that. These are different, the hits are different. This is your extra strong in purple rose and this is your strong in black. I'm going to show you now the difference just so you get an idea. Still hardcore, still very hardcore, but look at this. Okay, there is a difference. And do we have that rubbish plastic one up there anywhere, Alex?
No, it's not up here.
Oh, there was this plastic one I used to use and it literally goes shoop. Like, it might be in one of those drawers actually, but yeah, if I could show you the difference, you'll be shocked. Okay. Guys, I don't know if there's, I don't know if I can't scroll. Why is it? Oh, there you go. Okay, so for you, it's the aqua, so it's just aqua and black, that's Angelina, yeah. So different colours for the adjustables. Alright, guys, I think I'm going to love you and leave you. Just basically save the date, save the time, set your alarms. So it's this Friday, 27th of November, Black Friday at 7 p.m. GMT, that's UK time. Literally, wherever you are in the world, just go into Google and say, what time is 7 p.m. GMT in whatever time zone you're in, and then it will tell you straight away. I recommend setting quite a few alarms because you do not want to miss it, you guys. Even if you're getting Christmas presents and stuff, like, be ready. That's all I can say. It's so exciting. And I really, really, really hope you get what you want this time. We only have 3 days until it goes on sale now, so yeah, be ready. Guys, I love you so much. And don't forget to do your finisher, and to find out all the information on the bundles, check out the community page. It's all in there. I love you guys. Bye. Well done. Smashed it.